Alright, I'm recording now, so whenever you're ready to go.
How many of you heard the phrase OG? You know, Ice-T, original gangster? Well, I'm not here to talk to you about that fantasy. Instead, I want to talk to you about the OC, the original catalyst that make dreams of equality a reality. The efforts, the movements, and the ideals of strong men and women like Martin Luther King and Maya Angelou, the original catalyst that propelled us. They walked, they wrote, they fought for hope, they even protested injustice, thus bringing a new era of change in where segregation is non-exist. This movement helped bring in the nation as a mixed congregation. You see, it was Brother Martin back in the 1950s and the 1960s who had it right. In order to have change, we need to speak up and not go into violence because too much blood has already been shed on the nation's land. So he wrote speeches, led movements, all saying that as people, we all need to come together as a nation, as a world, and as a human race. He said we are all equal no matter what color you are. It didn't matter if you were white, black, Asian, Mexican, or whatever. No man is greater than another. And even with such a great message, as soon as he died, it was as if the black race lost their faith, their leader, their person they loved with open embrace. We seem to always forget that Brother Martin was not alone in the civil rights movement. Our granddaddies and grandmothers were there walking down in D.C. They were there as brothers and sisters of heritage, conquering the hoes, the dogs, and the beatings. As people, as a race, they stood their grounds and became an unstoppable movement of pride and justice. If they were able to fight and speak out against adversity then, we, the younger generation, Generation X, should be able to do the same. Speak out against these companies that want to take away our families' paychecks. Speak out against these politicians that we put in office or seat that only pass bills that give them more money in their pockets instead of ours. Speak out against the violence we put against our own people every day. Speak out against those children who have babies before they're ready. Speak out against those who drop out of schools to sling crack. Maya Angelou said it all in a poem called The Black Family Pledge. She wrote, "Because we have forgotten our ancestors, our children no longer give us honor. Because we have lost the path our ancestors cleared, kneeling in perilous undergrowth, our children cannot find their way. Because we have banished the God of our ancestors, our children cannot pray. Because the long wails of our ancestors have faded beyond our hearings, our children cannot hear us crying. Because we have abandoned our wisdom of mothering and fathering, our befuddled children give birth to children they neither want nor understand. Because we have forgotten how to love, the adversaries is within our gates and hold us up to the mirrors of the world, shouting, 'Regard the loveless.' Therefore, we pledge to bind ourselves again to another, to embrace our lowest, to keep company with our loneliest, to educate our illiterate, to feed our starving, to clothe our ragged, to do all good things, knowing that we are all more than keepers of our brothers and sisters. We are our brothers and sisters. In honor of those who told and implored God with golden tongues and in gratitude to the same God who brought us out of the hopeless desolation, we make this pledge." This poem was written after Brother Martin had died, showing there are still leaders here trying to speak out against what we accept. This message, the OC, was this: we are all one, and in order to stop the chaos, we need to speak up, not to run back to the homes to poisons that we inject in our own mind. We need to regain the respect and the unity that we once had, for we are Americans. We live in the United States of America. We should be six-packed up and not at the liquor store. Now, I'm not saying I'm a picture of health, but I realize the negative of losing our health. This is why Sister Maya had said that we are, as a people, need to make a black family pledge, a white family pledge, a Mexican family pledge, an Asian family pledge. For we are, as a nation, are all brothers and sisters of the same heritage. We need to stop using the lead in our pistols and start using the lead within our pencils to bring back the OC. Brother Martin said, "I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equally. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and sons of former slave owners will be able to sit together as a table of brotherhood. We may have forgotten the OC, but these words are forever eternal. So as a human race, we should either both put our differences aside and rise up against greed, corruption, racism, and abuse of power, or we can lay down and let chaos take over. President Obama summed it up best by saying, yes, we can heal this nation. Yes, we can seize our future. And as we leave this great state with a new wind at our backs and we take this journey across the great country, a country we love, with the message we carry from the plains of Iowa to the hills of New Hampshire, from the Nevada desert to the southern South Carolina coast. The same message we had when we were up and when we were down, that out of many we are one, that while in breath we will hope. And where we are met with cynicism and doubt and fear and those who tell us we can't, we respond with that timeless creed that sums up the spirit of the American people in 3 simple words. Yes, we can.